Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Dave's Faves. And today I'm going to be talking about Vaughan Williams' Job. Here it is, Job. Is he in there? Yeah, there he is. That's Job. This little, spiky looking thing here. Yeah. Job. It comes from the original, illustrations from the Book of Job by Blake, or whatever the inspiration for this thing was. We've talked about Job before. We've done a repertoire discussion of recordings of Job, even though there aren't that many of them. But the reason is because, as I said in that video, I really believe that Job is Vaughan Williams' orchestral masterpiece. I really, really do. It's the most complete portrait of what he was as a composer. And, one of the things that sort of gets me about this, and that, we're all on our own. I didn't have a me to guide me in listening to classical music. I just liked a composer. I liked something I heard. The first thing I heard by Vaughan Williams, I think, was the Pastoral Symphony. And so I went and I got all the Vaughan Williams I could get my hands on. I took my lawn mowing money or whatever I was doing at the time, and I bought the Previn Cycle, and I got all this other stuff. And somewhere in the depths of the record bins was this thing called Job. And I mean, I know what the story was, obviously, but I had no idea what it was or what it sounded like. And there's no one to really tell you that. I mean, you can get a book on the composer or something, but I wish. I listened to a lot of Vaughan Williams before I got to Job, and I liked him. I really liked him. But when I heard Job, it was a different thing entirely. And I just wished I'd started there. I mean, why not start with the composer's greatest work or works? It's so much more rewarding because it explains all of the others in a way. Take the symphonies. The symphonies come in, let's say, three sort of clumps. Clump number one was his pastoral sort of phase. And that even includes the C Symphony, frankly, because it's all of that English folky stuff in the English choral tradition, which, frankly, I despised when I first listened to Vaughan Williams. So I played the C Symphony maybe once, and it was years before I bothered with it again. So you've got a London Symphony, a Pastoral Symphony, and the fifth. That's your sort of pastoral folky clump. Then you've got the war, scarifying, spooky, nasty clump. And that's 4 and 6. I mean, 4 and 6 are in that little category. And then you've got what some people call the visionary, but the weird, spacey, experimental clump with interesting sonorities and cool percussion and strange sort of open-ended feeling to it, very emotionally ambivalent. And that's 7, the Antarctica, 8, and 9. So there you are. And you get these symphonies and you listen to them, as I did. And I like some better than others. It's a very wide range of music. And it's very difficult, I think, having heard all of those with just a glancing acquaintance with the composer, who he was and what he was doing. It takes quite a while for them to sink in, for you to, internalize what they're all about. But Job has the pastoral element, and it's just lovely. And it has the visionary element. My God, does it ever? And at the beginning, and the God sequences and the very end, and it's just beautiful. And it has the nasty bits in the Satan music. So the whole man, his various styles, is evident in this one work. And beyond even that, it's a very symphonic composition. It holds together wonderfully well organically. There's no question that it's a complete organism. It's as symphonic as any of his symphonies. It really, really is. And, the few set pieces are written in such a coherent style that you can't imagine that they belong to any other work, as in any any great symphony. I mean, you hear a movement and you go, okay, it's part of this. It can't be part of that. And that's what Job is. I think he was completely, utterly transfixed and inspired by this story and by the opportunity to make a musical statement. And at this particular period, which was right around the time of the Fourth Symphony, between the Fourth and Fifth Symphonies. So it's a synthetic work. In other words, it synthesizes things. That doesn't mean fake or phony. I mean one which brings together all the myriad elements of his music up to that point and foretells the future. And the recording that I love is the stereo Adrian Boult EMI/Warner recording, which I always have found to be just this much ahead of the others. I mean, there are some, like Handley or some others that are maybe a little bit more punchy, a little bit quicker and more, firmly accentuated in spots. But the fact of the matter is, and most of them are very good. They really are. I mean, they really are. There's two by Andrew Davis that are lovely. There's the one on Naxos, which is excellent. They're good. There are almost no bad ones. Well, I mean, there's a couple that are less good. There's Mark Elder, but there are some that are okay, less great. But the fact of the matter is that Boult has, I think, that the combination of the elements that are in here. You know what I mean? That is, he does justice to the mean bits, and he keeps those pastoral bits flowing so beautifully. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. And that to me is the key. He makes the whole piece sound like one piece, one fabulous, coherent musical organism from first note to last. And when that coda, that quiet, gentle coda just ebbs away, it's one of the most moving things that you'll ever hear in your life. And he just nails it. God knows he made three recordings of it, at least, maybe four. I don't know. There were quite a few. He knew it. He knew it like nobody else, and he knew how important it was. And I really think that this last recording is a testament, a musical testament to his love of Vaughan Williams, of the work, of his understanding of its place in 20th century English music, and it's just a knockout. So keep on listening, my friends. Thank you for joining me. Take care.